Hello and welcome back, guys. It's Chicago Ted coming to you with another episode of the Golden Aegis Cast Replay Series. This one is going to be match ID number 16360195543. Thank you very much to the donator of this game. I'm looking forward to getting on into it. Speaking on getting on into it, let's go ahead and get on into it. That's the play button. Let's go past the drafting here. And let's free camera it up. So, for this matchup on the Dire, it's going to be Justice on the Invoker with Neo on the Chaos Knight. Tasty Salmonella, that can't be healthy. On the Zeus with only random, sorry not sorry, playing the Abaddon. And very meaty Ogre on the Skywrath Mage. Not really living up to his name. Meanwhile, cheaping him in, it's going to be Ola Chaose on the Templar Assassin with El Hampa Syria de New York 222 on the Tusk. Chauncey will be playing the Huskar with Mr. Smiley Face on the Crystal Maiden and Bitch Please on the Techies. Multiple TBs in the mid lane. Looks like we're going to have one mine might explode very soon. It's going to be Neo coming close to this room now. If Techies goes down and reveals that there are mines on the floor, could be an issue for him. Instead, he's going to hang up. Looks like Neo going to get close. Nope, they don't let him get close. Instead, Chauncey's going to come up, throw a couple of Burning Spears, and Radiant, they'll grab both the top and the bottom room. Crystal Maid is actually going to get the bottom one. Does a pretty good amount of damage with the Frostbite off the bat, but right now, she seems to be soloing this lane, which is kind of interesting. They've got Tusk on the top, as well as Chauncey. Very, very interesting way to go about this. Looks like we got a bit of a pause coming up, but able to just jump right through that. What was that? 60 seconds of pause gone away immediately. And so the salt already spewing out of this salt shaker of a game. Let's see if there's any reason for it to be spewing out the way it is. Templar Assassin actually looks like the cause, the root of it all. But we'll have to see if that's actually a good assumption here. Right now, he's pulling ahead on the CS in the mid lane. Doing a pretty good job. Went for Psyblades first, which it's kind of like a toss-up when you play TA mid, whether or not you go Psyblades or Refraction Shield first, but it doesn't matter right now because she got Refraction Shield up anyway. Chauncey might be in a little bit of trouble. They've got multiple Arcane Bolts flying out. Does he have any Berserker's Blood? He does not. So he is not staying alive through this onslaught. He does salve up, though, which helps him out a lot. Meanwhile, Hampa Syria de New York. Closing on in, wants to throw out the ice shards, it seems, but not actually getting them off. Instead, letting very mediocre get himself away from that. Meanwhile, Bitch Please, closing on in. But so far, just throwing out some odd mines, not doing anything noteworthy. He's doing it underneath an Observer Ward, too, so these mines are going to get taken away very quickly. Very good use of the side blades from Ola Kayase. I mean, already it seems like he's getting some decent through attacks on to Justice, and it looks like it's really starting to stack up too. He's got 2 points to Exort, only going up in Sunstrike, which means he's not going to have any regen. And just the animation from the side blades is really, really interesting, especially on this Immortal. So he'll be doing pretty well down there in the mid lane. Meanwhile, on the bottom, it's Smiley Face. It's a solo Crystal Maiden. I don't know what to say about that. I really don't. I think Dire should have an easy time in this lane, but we'll have to keep her eye. I don't think Crystal Maiden finds any solo kills. She's just down here, probably, to drop down her Arcane Aura, and that's about it. It's going to be an Invis Tusk close by, though, pinging out rapidly as the TA goes down for the bottom rune. Tusk going to go for the Snowball. It's revealed. Ice Shard's out as well. Justice is... he's alive. There's no way Tusk can solo kill him. Instead, Ola Kayase going into behind. Has to be careful, though, because the tower will burn through his refraction very quickly, especially a level 2 refraction. Meanwhile, El Hampase de New York closing in again, but not able to find it. Meanwhile, another refraction comes in and, well, wait. Sunstrike comes through. We'll clean up Crystal Maiden. Kind of interesting how the fire beam turns her into ice, but whatever the case, first split actually happened on an Abaddon, moving down to the bottom lane. I guess I missed the fact that Tusk was soloing the top.
Radiant's bottom tower.
It's actually a pretty decent lane for Dire now. It always was a good lane for them between the Crystal Maiden, solo, and whatnot. But now, the fact that they got the first blood on the Huskar and had a follow-up kill, courtesy of a Sunstrike, they're looking pretty good. Meanwhile, OLKSA still trying to put some pressure on this Invoker. Oh, come on, really? Tusk will go down. This one I want to see. It is the beauty of casting a replay. Anyway, it looks like no, they're just going to Reality Rift him right back in, and a 30-second stun will secure him down long enough for them to bring him down. So, Chaos Knight feeling pretty good about that, but right now, all three lanes, or at least two of the three lanes, giving up a kill. You can sort of say all three lanes because one of the kills went to Invoker, but those are just semantics. Doesn't entirely make a difference except for the fact that, well, Dire are 3 up in this game. And a couple kills. I mean, having a kill on Invoker already is a pretty good thing to have. It wasn't first blood, but it's still a Sunstrike kill is a Sunstrike kill. So Mr. Chauncey back here in the mid lane, or back here in the bottom lane, with support by Smiley Face. He should have gotten some decent experience from soloing the lane for as long as he did. He is level 4, so he's a level up on Chauncey, but it still is showing to be a pretty difficult lane for them. I mean, Huskar can dive in, but really everything he does gets immediately removed by the Abaddon. In fact, he takes a lot of damage from both of them too. Abaddon having a pretty decent auto attack to his name, so looks like they might want to try to bring down Zeus. They should be able to grab him, but the Aphotic Shield helps him out a lot. Still has 3 burning spear charges on him, but shouldn't make a difference. They've got Inner Vitality on the Chauncey. They turn onto Sorry Not Sorry. And it looks like they might be able to bring down another Aphotic Shield, but the Burning Spears should take him away. Sunstrike, though, brings down Mr. Chauncey. And he actually goes down after Sorry Not Sorry, so Abaddon not getting the experience from that one. But it turns out to be a 1-for-1 there. I guess Huskar actually getting a kill down the bottom lane. Not really respecting the cooldown of the Aphotic Shield is the Abaddon there. And unfortunate to say the least, but that's going to be the Inner Shadows out on the Mr. Chauncey. So he's got an Urn, he's got a Healing Salve ready to go. Plenty of sustain in this lane, and hold on, Justice in the mid lane, Olakase. He doesn't have a Fraction Shield, he doesn't have the Sunstrike, does Templar Assassin will go down, but not until the Invoker has already died, giving up 450 gold to TA, only giving away about 170. And that, I mean, a lot of that comes from the lack of assist gold. That's why they're showing so different. And I'm really glad they changed that, by the way. So, like, before it didn't ever show the assist gold, it just showed the base amount of gold that was given. So that would have looked a lot more similar, like 179, 174, or something like that. But because Templar Assassin was in the vicinity of the death, when the death happened, he got the proximity or assist gold from it, and it showed about twice as much. So, with that said, so far the top lane has been pretty quiet after the first kill they got on the KS Knight. Dire's only kills since then also have been returns or trades, and Skywrath may wasn't that the Mind Stack that they saw him place with this Observer Ward? That's a little, how should I put it, disappointing. But Techies gets a kill. Meanwhile, Sorry Not Sorry getting Frostbite down. Doesn't have another Aphotic Shield for 5 seconds. Taking a lot of damage from these Burning Spears. But Chauncey will be able to be just fine. He goes ahead. He salves himself right back up to full. So no danger of Sunstrike there. Salve will get canceled by the Zeus's, what do we call that? Static Field? One of those not so much talked about spells, but it is really an interesting spell, especially when you've got Blink Daggers and the like. It can be a monster. So it looks like Hanamai is being finished by Justice. And all I gotta say, he's got 2 points in Meld with a Refraction. He should be doing pretty well. He could probably find a kill soon, but speaking of finding a kill, El Hampa Syria de New York in a lot of trouble. The Sunstrike will come down, but it'll just be a little too far forward. However, Skywrath Mage will find the kill. Meanwhile, Smiley Face is in a bit deep. Will just get brought down. Chauncey now in a lot of trouble. Has a life break. He's going for the Inner Vitality, but the Sunstrike Could be coming to way. No, they've got the Thunder God's Wrath. He's going to lead him into mines. Locks around, though. Goes to the life break, and I don't know what's going on right now. He'll finally walk into mines, and it'll go down. But that was almost a blue ball engagement there. So, all I can say, he's level 6, but no real traps going down just yet. Instead, he's waiting now. The thing about these TA Sonic traps is that the longer they're down, the more they slow for. However, I mean, it is only about a 4-second or so difference between when they go down and when they activate, but he kind of wants to have them preemptively struck. Meanwhile, Smiley Face in a lot of trouble up top. The Sunstrike will come down. He'll secure up the kill. Meanwhile, Lifeblade comes out onto Neo. Chauncey just going to rip away at the Chaos Knight. Will bring him down, but he goes down himself. Meanwhile, very mediocre. Might see a little bit of vengeance from the way of Olakase. Going for the Metal Strike, doing a lot of damage from that. But, unfortunately, he's not going to be able to follow up very much.
Radiant's mid tower's getting banged up.
Instead, TA is just going to go ahead and stick to farming up here in the top. Techie's mining everywhere else, and Tusk actually makes his way down bottom, giving up on the top lane for now. Just way too much for him to handle up there. And I don't blame him. It was a lot to handle. You saw he died twice up there. It's a Tusk. Usually, you give a lane to a Tusk to win. But when things like that happen, it kind of hurts. So Olakase is going to go ahead and melt. They don't have any dust or sentries despite being in a Techie's lane. And Olakase has a Blink Dagger. So he gets himself away from that. Blink Dagger first. Very interesting build. Can't really follow up that much damage with it, but as far as items go, Templar Assassin benefits pretty greatly from the added mobility. Light Break comes out onto Justice. They'll have it a Sunstrike, and Justice should go down here, but not without bringing down Chauncey before he gets taken out of the fight. So Olakase gets a nice kill, but perhaps a little bit late. Meanwhile, Smiley Face into the jungle, and comes in Hampatsiria to New York, but he's in a lot of trouble now. Frostbite into Salmonella, who's out of mana, so Tusk should be away from this one. Salmonella as well. And it looks like the Observer, the Sentry, whatever was down here, will go down in the meantime. Olakase looking for a Courier, instead finds a Forge Spirit. So he won't grab that quick 175 gold off the Cur. Instead, gets a nice, 25 to 35 off Forge Spirit, and then, chills out. He's already been revealed, so going in might not be the best idea. There are probably TPs at the ready and all sorts of fun jazz, but looks like he will end up going in through. Now, they do have an Observer Ward. I don't think Radiant knows this, though. They might know it after this fight, though, or after the Dire backs away from this. A Metal Strike from Olakase and the sidelines. Not quite sure what he expects to accomplish from this.
Radiant's mid tower's getting banged up.
As it looks like a landmine on the ground. They see exactly that. Bitch Please in a little bit of trouble. Does have Suicide because he's got the Soul Ring. So it looks like Olakase. They actually walk over landmine. No, they bring it out. Suicide's at the ready. Bitch Please might throw into it. No, he actually gets brought down. No, he's still alive. Meanwhile, Life Break on the big mediocre.
Two down.
And they will survive. Meanwhile, Sunstrike brings down Bitch Please. They still had that Observer Ward, but a couple of kills going the way of the Radiant. Very interesting engagement that just happens up there. You got full vision of a Templar Assassin and Techies, and he still kind of walked right into the Templar Assassin and Techies. This is a DDTA too, so she's hitting for a good chunk of damage.
Dire's top towers.
Looks like Thunder God's Wrath comes through. They're leading that one off, maybe to try to find a kill, but a Blink Dagger away from the TA. Chauncey as well, walking himself on out of there, and the Radiant should be just fine. Meanwhile, maybe Hampasu and New York won't be as fine, going to snowball in, but Nephotic Shield from Only Random. And he waits out for as long as possible, trying to stall it as long as he can, creating as much space as possible, but Justice might see a little bit of trouble here. Olakase holding on to it for a bit. Now, Justice does have Wex, so if he feels any way threatened, he can just Ghost Walk, but he has also got a TP, so he gets himself out of there. Meanwhile, Chauncey actually finding a kill in the bottom lane. He'll go down to Zeus. In the meantime, surprising that the magical burst to Zeus will bring him down in the end, but Justice going to find Smiley Face. There is going to be a Frostbite into a freezing field, but Justice will live through that. Now throws out the deafening blast. Bitch, please, we'll juke it out.
Radiant's
Still
bottom
being caught in the
tower's seen
trees.
better days.
He's got to be very careful about this. He doesn't have a TP, so he could just die here.
Dire's mid
Potentially he'll
tower's
have to
having
just suicide
technical
himself out of there
difficulties.
to get out without feeding any gold or XP. Holds on, though. The Forge Spirits haven't scouted
Dire's
him out
mid
just yet.
tower
There they
could use
go.
a little help.
And he'll
Radiant's
just
top
kind
tower
of,
is
you
taking
know,
hits.
stare at them for a bit until Sunstrike brings them down. Kind of an interesting
Trouble
maneuver by the
brewing at Radiant's
techies.
bottom tower.
Maybe playing some mind games there. Luring them into a false sense of security. Whatever the case.
Radiant's bottom tower
Looks
seen
like
better
Radiant
days.
dropping down a little bit of a kill lead. It's 9 to 16. He'll might bring down very meaty Ogre though. One last auto attack to fly through and it will bring him down. OKSA now with a dominating spree. Still has Blink Dagger, 3 seconds. Will spot out only random, so he should be able to just get himself out of there. Yeah, Meld Strike in, Blink out, and this Templar Assassin is doing just fine. So as it stands, again, the Radiant have a bit of a kill disadvantage. However, it looks like, oh, 1 sec, Thunder Guy's Wrath comes out. So he's Salmonella, he wants a little bit more, but won't bring down El Hamperceldo New Yorka. Gives him very low in the process, though. So OKSA and Chauncey will group up depth to the top lane. There is a rotation in from Justice. Maybe he can do this solo, but I don't think so. They've got Neo in the sidelines, too. He is farming up some jungle camps, though, so Justice will head this one out. And comes very mediocre. And Chauncey will begin to land into this tower. Justice at the ready, though. Neo hanging by. Very meaty. Close as well. Looks like the tower will stay alive. They'll go for the deny.
5 in a row.
Or will they? Taste Salmonella. Gonna grab a kill in the bottom lane. The deny should be coming out. No, they'll lose it. The siege
Dire's
creep.
lost the top tower.
Meanwhile, Zeus getting that kill that we saw. Or that happened. Wow, that's a different color than everything else. That kinda is weird. Whatever. So, no kills happen in the top lane, although it was set up for that to happen. Instead, the bottom lane
Radiant's
is what
top
netted
tower's
more of the
hurting.
action. Though maybe we see something erupt up here in the top lane now. We've got Smiley Face moving in, but
Trouble
looks
brewing
like
at
not.
Radiant's bottom
Meanwhile,
tower.
sorry, not sorry. Gonna walk over some mine. Oh, okay. Looks like nothing happened when in the reality
Radiant's
he
bottom
pretty much
tower
healed
in
back
a
up
pretty
to where he
sight
was
right
at
now.
from the
Have
borrowed
fun trying
time.
to bust down Radiant structures now.
It's actually a pretty decent maneuver from him now. And comes a light break from Chauncey, but they've got the Mystic Flare, and he's just going to get brought down. Smiley faces in, throws down the freezing field. Neo drops low, but not going to drop to it. And a double kill, or at least, yeah, double kill going the way of Neo. Ola KSA, definitely feeling the salt right now. He's got a Desolator at the ready, but what can he do with it? Doesn't look like he's going to... Actually might get aggressive on this one. But for now, he'll hang back. Taste Salmonella alone in the bottom lane, out of mana, but looking for a Bloodstone.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Meanwhile,
seen better
bitch, please,
days.
setting up those very same mines at the, I guess, entrances to the Radiant Jungle. Top
Going
lane.
for broke.
It's going to be 2-2-2. Getting taken down. OKSA finding a kill of his own, though. And Justice opting not to chase his Templar Assassin. Instead, letting her grab the kill and letting her get away with it. This is a 6-1 Templar Assassin, by the way. Neo, meanwhile, making his way up. But it's bottom lane. Sorry, not sorry. Again, walking over those mines, hitting the borrowed time. Now, Mr. Smiley Face comes in. Bitch, please, dropping down a mine. They want to try to bring him down. Do they have a suicide at the ready? They do have, but he's only level 4. Now, a Thunder God's Wrath. It takes Salmonella, a bolt. All he uses is a chain after this, and he'll get it. Finds a kill. Ola KSA, though, wants to turn it around. The Melt Strike won't connect, but still taking a lot of damage, 190 per attack. Justice is in, though. As is sorry, not sorry. They're walking to mines, but that's about it. He tries to run away. Meld Strike down, but he's going to get brought to down. Oh, man. Sunstrike will finish him off. Tasty Salmonella in the meantime will get brought by Chauncey. But Justice getting a double kill in all of that. One of them being the Templar Assassin, 524 gold for that kill. El Hampa
6 in a row.
trying. and ultimately failing to try to find a kill there. And Smiley Face as well, going in for the freezing field, and
4 down.
instead of freezing field, it becomes, well, a Sunstrike.
Right now.
So an ultra kill for Justice, doing pretty well on this Invoker thus far. And the Radiant just struggling to find anything
Radiant lost
in this
one of
game
them
so
bottom
far.
Towers.
So it looks like Justice and joined by Very Mediocre now. They'll begin their push, going in towards the bottom tier 2 tower. And they should be able to bring it down pretty quickly. I mean, they've got the Invoker there. He has
Radiant's
4
bottom
points in
tower
plus,
ain't a pretty sight right
6
now. Radiant's gone
and his
in 45
Exhort. So if he
structures.
forages some Spirits, he's going to have 2 of them at the ready to
Radiant's
attack, but he's
bottom
holding on to them
tower's
for
seen
now.
better days.
Instead, they're just going to kind of right-click it down. A Glyph is not at the ready, so this tower, again,
Trouble
should drop.
brewing at Radiant's bottom tower. Somebody's cooking.
Meanwhile, Neo finding a kill, kind of an odd kill. Templar Assassin going down. The
There
one
goes
that was
Radiant's
also
bottom
upset
tower.
about his teammates feeding now ends up becoming the feeder himself. So it looks like Very Mediocre playing it pretty aggressive
Radiant's
here.
top
He's
tower's
alone,
in bad shape.
but 2-2 doesn't feel comfortable trying to capitalize on it, and instead, we'll let him walk away.
The Radiant got one last top tower.
Meanwhile, Bitch Please still farming in the same exact spots. Still level 5. 19 minutes in. And though his mines, they do hurt a little bit. 375 physical damage per mine. They could be a lot worse. And 19 minutes in, having
Radiant's
no
top
remote
tower's
mine to
hurting.
plant means if Dire
Dire's
can find a
mid-tower
couple of
could
really
use a
good
little
fights,
help.
they don't have to worry about pushing high ground. I mean, all Techies really has to do is stand close to the wave for just a second. Instead, gonna chase him down. Knows he has burrow time. He could definitely survive.
Radiant's top tower's taking hits.
But he'll just kind of hang back. Went for a Vladimir's offering. And he's saying by the secret shop, a plate mail as well. So these mines actually don't do a lot of damage now anymore. Having 22 armor to deal with the physical of their mines. Still level 5 on the techies. All you gotta do is get close to a wave, dude. And you'll be level 6. And just like that, mine stack cleared. Clearing everything for his team. Oh man, this techies must be really hating life right now. Still, burrow time's down if they can find him, but he's got an invis rune. Oh, techies must be wondering what the hell just happened then. Looks like Thunder God's Wrath. Now they might want to go ahead on to 2-2-2. Neo's closing in. Reality Rift, 143 on the initial attack. 186, 246, whichever number that was. Gonna bring him down in the end. Olaka SA will find a kill of his own, but in comes Phantasm Neo. Do they have any detection for him? Doesn't look like it. So he'll get himself out of there. Phantasm was spent. Neo pretty much out of mana. I don't think Olaka SA can initiate into this one. He'll take way too much damage from these illusions, burning through his reaction charges very quickly. So he'll take a step back, sends his illusions forward. They will do full
Radiant's
damage, or at least
mid-tower's coming
full damage
apart.
minus the illusion penalty.
Dire's
On
top
towers.
tower's getting beat down.
And this tier 2 mid should also go down. Top lane, or at least close to it. Olaka SA is going to fall to Justice, getting very close though to dying
Radiant's
himself.
mid-tower's in trouble.
Having that one last deafening blast to secure the kill, and all the salt from that salt shaker forming a thin, even layer in the form of a bunch of periods. And so, again, Dire pulling ahead pretty massively, 29 to the 13 of the Radiant. 22 minutes into this game, and it doesn't look like the Radiant have much of an opportunity to turn this one around.
Radiant's bottom
Techies
tower ain't a
still
pretty
not
sight
level
right
6. So if he goes to the bottom lane, he'll find it. He's about 19 experience away from it. So there you go. Level 6 finally attained. Gets his remote mines. And now he can start planting. Preparing for the pushes. Now remote mines at level 1 only do 300 damage. So to really get a kill most anyone, he's going to want about 6 to 10. down in any one given spot, and that costs a lot of mana. Not really using his Soul Ring either to plant them. Instead, just throwing them down as they stand. So he's not going to have a lot of mines to put down. Meanwhile, double damage picked up from Neo. He's got very close to a heart, picked up the Reaver. We'll be able to afford the Vitality booster soon. Meanwhile, sorry not sorry, closing in on Ola KSA. He's trying to split push the best of his ability. He's sitting on Blink Dagger and Desolator, but that's about it. Goes down to the Meld Strike, but they've got a Dust. Meanwhile, takes Salmonella, finding Tutu elsewhere. KSA waiting for it, but there's no way he's getting out of this one. He'll be brought down. Justice. Godlike spree here.
For all the good yours. Dire's mid
And it
tower
looks
is
like
having technical
that's
difficulties.
not very well received from our Templar Assassin. Oh man, this is one of those games where the chat's going to become just about as entertaining as the game itself, right? What is CTMR? I've seen it so much, and that might actually be bad if I've seen it so much, but regardless. If anyone wants to weigh in on that, I don't know if I'd appreciate it, but the edification definitely would be nice. Justice moves in, but he's not going to find anyone. I think Radiant are playing this one just like without any hope right now. You can see them all kind of behind their towers. None of them can really be out farming. Chanzi's the only one that really is farming, so to speak. Only got 72 CS at 24 minutes, and was still struggling to pick up that armlet. Meanwhile, Curry went to the secret shop. I wonder what it's got. Nothing? Okay. Justice and Melange. Oh, Chanzi, though, dropping very low. Justice going to bring him down. Now looking for Mr. Smiley Face. Will actually bring down Smiley Face. Goes down himself. The freezing field proving to be a little bit too much damage for him to deal with, but in the end, it's a 3-for-1. And it looks like Tusk dying elsewhere on the map. And 25 minutes in, it looks like the Dire can start thinking about trying to break the high ground.
Radiant's top tower's hurting.
So with the last tier 2 remaining on the Radiant side, crumbling to a load of dust. There are 6 mines down here, so they should be able to kill most anyone. 1,800 damage just about, but they're getting demined just because there's a Zeus very mediocre, being very close to them. But close, obviously the saying goes, close but no cigar. And so, finally techies will be like, screw it, I'll blow them up.
Radiant's top tower.
And now they can begin their push again. It's going to be only random, not sorry, just kind of wailing on this top tier 3 tower. And Smiley Face just kind of looking at him.
Guess what's
Wonder what's going through his head right now. Now looks at him. Frostbite out. Meanwhile, Neo will find Tusk. Kills happening in the mid lane, it looks like. Going out to defend instead of holding up on the high ground. And Chanzi waiting. Neo's looking for it, though. He's got Phantasm. Almost got Heart. Right, pretty soon. Looks for Chanzi. 2-second stun. Not a lot of damage coming out there on the Huskar. He's trying to find more, though. It looks like Bitch Please is actually going to go down here. There is a stasis trap that she throws in the ground, though, just to try to delay this a little bit longer. But Ola KSA will drop to Justice. Looks like Ola KSA getting very far out. Not
Radiant's mid tower.
pretty interesting. Justice, though, obviously winning another man fight with a Templar Assassin. Should be just fine with that. And this game, 27 minutes in, 14-37. It's very much looking like this one's over. Though, Dire, I mean, they still could throw. Anyone can throw. It does not look very much like that's too possible at the moment. Phantasm's at the ready. A Heart's completed, so you can just kind of hold on to the armlet for now. And that Phantasm's actually going to do a hell of a lot of damage to these towers if he throws them up. Instead, back off for the time being. You know, waiting, watching, looking for the Dire to make him ready to make a mistake. What the hell are those chickens? Alright, whatever. Neo going to go ahead, pull Chauncey down to the low ground. They've got the concussive shot. Olakea stays in the middle of it all. Neo's taking a bit of damage from this. He doesn't have Phantasm, though. He's out of mana. Doesn't really matter. In comes the Meatball doing a whole lot of damage. And finally, Neo will go down. Olakea to do it, but Tasty Salmonella was a Thunder God's Wrath. Will find the kill. It's going to be a triple kill for our Zeus, a double for Justice. Olakea makes his way back in, looking to try to turn on to Justice and Tasty Salmonella, but he's going to have a lot of trouble if he tries to go on this instead. Playing it very safe. No, Justice is just going to go strand on. Melstraight comes out onto the Invoker, and they just turn and they right-click. A Ghost Wall comes out, and the Forge Spirits as well as Necronomicon Creeps will just blow Olakea out of the water and throw his salty buttocks down back into the Dead Sea.
5 in a row.
Sunstrike.
Taking some punishment. Radiant's mid-rags.
Okay. This is very, very
Radiant's mid-rags didn't make it.
Conche to Madre in Spanish CTMR. Okay. Thanks for looking that one up, Solitas, over on the Twitch chat while this game is recording. Of course, every game I do stream live, so thanks for that update. Meanwhile, on the screen itself, 16-44, 29 minutes. And this game, I mean, only sorry not sorry, is just duking it out with a Huskar under the guise of his entire team. Neo's there as well. Gonna reality rift in Chauncey, looking to bring him down. He's gonna have the Phantasm now. Turns into Chauncey. There's some mines that go down. Chauncey will bring down sorry not sorry, but unfortunately for El Hampa Series in New York, Neo will go ahead and find him. Meanwhile, Sunstrike will bring down Crystal Maiden. And I don't even know where the kills are happening anymore. Tasty Salmonella finds Bitch Please again. And the Dire are just slowly but surely bringing down this base. There we go. The final racks to fall. Meanwhile, Neo and his illusions duking it out with some tier 4 towers. Olakea throwing out just a random Sonic Trap. Maybe he wants to find Neo. Instead, he's going to be really finding who. Neo's out of mana, so it looks like he actually might be in a little bit of trouble. They go for the Light Break, take a lot of his HP away, and he'll get brought down. Meanwhile, Justice is in for this one. What does he have to fight here? There's going to be a snowball out from El Hampa. Very mediocre, gets brought down in the meantime. The Tornado comes out, the EMP, and Rock comes out, right? But the Deafening Blast getting pretty much traversed by Chauncey, who will end up bringing down Justice. Sunstrike goes, won't connect, pulls him out with a Reality Rift and brings one down. Justice will make his way back in as Olakea blinks himself out of there. Another snowball out as 222 wants another kill here, but Justice is back in with that buyback, wants to bring down the Tusk. Only Random will actually do it. And just like that, 30 minutes in, and maybe we finally see the thrilling conclusion to what is affectionately called the first stomp I think I've casted of all the replays. Thank you for the donation for this game. Greatly appreciate it. Enjoyed casting this one. I hope you enjoyed watching it. We'll be live streaming more throughout the day, but this is the end of the video, so if you're going to go ahead, check on down the playlist. I'll greatly appreciate it. If you want your own game casted, you can check out the description of this video, or if watching on the live stream, right below the actual stream itself. For now, though, this match is over, so we will catch you all next time.